guys, we are back. We are going to be continuing our Mansions of Madness scenarios. So join me at the table and let's play it. Okay, so we're going to finish, or at least attempt to finish this puzzle. Because it's me, so let's... I love how it says attempt. Yes, attempt seems about right. I do have 5 more moves, and... See, here's the thing. I don't know. We're going to... Why is it so hard? Let's see. If I put this here, that looks right. And if I put this here, yes, okay, and I still had a couple moves left. Opens, puzzle completed. It only took me 2 turns, better than I expected. Okay, you trace a continuous line through the winding markings as the butler instructed you. I didn't hear any of that. The rooms illuminate with a strange green light, and a wall panel opens up, revealing a secret door to a hidden study behind the wall. Gain 1 clue and place a door token as indicated, then discard the search token. So Agatha has a clue again. Alright, here's our newly found door. The secret panel in the wall slides open noiselessly. Oh, it makes no noise. And you peer into a hidden office. Place a study tile and a wall as indicated. Here's our wall. A bookshelf filled with frightening objects is mounted on the opposite wall. Place a search token as indicated. Did that. An oak desk sits on the other side of the room. Place a search token as indicated. Okay, so we can take a look at that desk. You may move 1 space into the explored area. Yes, don't mind if I do. Probably need to go there. Continue. All right, so did the puzzle in the first action, and then it let me here without taking an action. I didn't see any action symbols. I do believe I have 1 more action, so I might as well search where I'm at. Although I do think that the desk is where it's at. But let's search here. The shelf is lined with curiosities from the mundane to the horrifying. As you scan over the various items, your eyes fall up on an urn marked Lilith Vanderbilt, 1856 to 1925. You pick up the urn and find it filled with ashes. We might as well smash it, but wait, we can't. No, yes, we can. This is our action, so let's do it. Smash it. Oh my gosh, this could be bad. You smash the urn in a cloud of ash and broken porcelain. The room seems to chill as you find an object amidst the ashes. As you pick it up, you hear the sound of a woman weeping. Gain the holy water common item, then discard the search token. So that's the item we've gained. It's an equipment. Discard 1 horror and become focused, then discard this card. What we needed to do was heal, and I forgot. But we will do it eventually. And by the way, I forgot to discard the dazed token, but we didn't need it. We didn't use it. I don't think so. Okay, so let's go. I think that's it for her. Now we got Father Mateo all the way on the other side of the mansion. I do believe this is a wall. So if I want to go help her, I need to get over there. Or I could just continue with my plan and come up here, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to search through the papers on the floor. Stack of papers. Let's go. Amidst the mundane paperwork, you find a weathered page covered in a strange script. Someone has scrolled a note in English across the top of the page. Speak these words for great power. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, it's not an action yet, so let's do it. The eldritch words take on a life of their own as you speak them, reshaping your mind with new understanding of the script you're looking at. The lights flicker and you hear a whisper in your ear. Power comes with the price. Gain the wither spell, then discard the search token. Okay, did that not take an action? Oh no, it didn't seem to. Alright, and again we have a few to choose from. Let's see. It is a weapon and it attacks for 2, so you know what? I can't complain. As the spell takes effect, the victim's body withers and mummifies. Oh, great. So it's definitely not going to be good on the other side. Let's take this one. And again, that didn't seem to be an action. There wasn't an action thing. So I could be doing this wrong, but we're going to actually, did we move? Yeah, we did. So we moved. That was our first action. Then we looked at that, but it didn't take an action. So here we go. A weathered door stands at the end of the hall. You hear bizarre noises from the other side. When you try the handle, you find the door is locked. A keyhole sits beneath the brass door handle. Okay, so we can't go through there. It doesn't even give us that option. I'm guessing the bedroom is up there, and I do remember something about the bedroom. So I'm just going to move to be ready for next turn to explore up north. We'll have to check that door later. Oh, and could be a token there. Go. Okay, I think we're done. So mythos, at least there's no monsters. A spell leaps unbidden into your mind. This mythos event affects the investigator with the lowest will. The lowest will is Agatha. So finally something for Agatha, because Mateo's been taking the hurt. Continue. You attempt to decipher the spell with lore, and if we have to get one success. Luckily, Agatha has a lore of 5. And there it is, success. If you pass, you realize casting it would be a terrible idea. Okay, we're good. And there shouldn't be any monsters, so we should be good. That's right. Okay. All right, so Agatha has to go over there. I think that's where the key is going to be. So 1 action to move and 1 to search. I'm going to search over here. The oak desk has been kept in good condition. A number of papers and books are neatly stored on the desk surface. Search. On the desk, you find what looks like a personal planner. As you pick up the book, a brass key clatters from between the pages. You turn to the page it had been holding and find a note scrolled there. If the alignment truly weakens the veil, I believe that it is the only moment we have to break through. I will make the necessary preparations in the attic. Gain the brass key and incriminating evidence unique items. Ooh, 2 items for the price of 1. I like it. Brass key and incriminating evidence. All right, and here are our items. 1 is just evidence. You thought the man seemed suspicious, but here's a proof. And then the brass key we know opens that door where the priest was at. As you hold the key, you look around for a matching doorknob or padlock. We found it. We just have to get there. All right, we can continue. You place the planner back onto the desk and search through the drawers. You find some things of use, but no additional evidence. Gain the sedative's common item, then discard the search token. 3 items for the price of 1. So we can discard this. We get sedatives, which I'm guessing will help us heal. Here they are. It's an equipment. At the start of your turn, you may discard 3 damage and 3 horror. If you do, discard this card and end your turn. Okay, so it heals for a lot, but of course then we can't do anything else. Continue. That's that. And then Father Mateo, because she's done with her actions. She used an action to move into where the space of the desk, and then an action to search it and do all of that great stuff that now has us with so much stuff in our hands. You can have as many items as it's unlimited. Is pretty much what I'm saying. All right, we got the brass key, but it's in the wrong hands. Agatha needs to come down here and open this door for us. So in the meantime, Father Mateo might as well explore, although we might just get more monsters. So our options are we can explore and make the map bigger, or we can do 1, 2, and search here. I kind of feel like that's better since we have the key. I don't think we need to go. Let's see what this says, but if not, we are doing plan B. You suspect the unmarked door leads to a bedroom. Yeah, that's the bedroom we were talking about, but we got the key. Do we need to go there? I don't remember. The other thing we can do is we can continue reading and wait for Agatha to come closer. I think we might do that instead. Yes, let's read. You flip forward several months through the entries. The writing gets increasingly frantic and haphazard. A photograph falls from between the pages. The photo shows several men in fancy suits and reads Vanderbilt Astronomy Association. There are also some strange markings on the photo that might help your investigation. I found William's books occult garbage. William's friends threaten me again. I fear not for myself, but for all of us. Riley, Waga, yeah, that. So for 1 horror, I'm gained the photographic evidence unique item. 1 horror, and there's no way to negate that. So, okay, so here's the item we got, the photographic evidence, which just says evidence to prove can be seen clear as day, I guess because we found those photographs. And then we take a face-up horror. So let's see, hysteria. Screaming hysterically, you claw at your own flesh with your nails. Well, that's not fun. Resolve immediately. Flip 1 damage face up, then flip this card face down. So Father Mateo does not have any damage, so that will not take effect, but our horror is now face down. We'll see how that goes. All right, and I apologize, I had to step away from the camera for a second, so I had to save and quit the scenario. So I know that we continued reading and there was nothing else. That we didn't continue reading. The app said, hey, you try to find something else, but there's nothing else. But we did find a clue. So he's getting another clue. Okay, but we should be back. And that was because we read our own journals. So we, uh, let's see, what we were here. Is this our first action? Now, because I stepped away, I can't remember. I know I was going to try the bedroom, but then I decided against it. I think I was there because my plan was to go 1, 2, and explore, or go up the bedroom. But I decided to read for whatever reason. So I think we do have one more action, so I'm gonna just stand here, and that's it because she did all of that other stuff. So let's go to Mythos. Unbidden, the terrible things you have seen rise up from your memory. Where they were safely locked away, each investigator flips two horrors face up. Oh, great. Huh. Well, the only one that has any horror is Mateo, and we already did this. Flip one damage face up, but we don't have any, so that's and then flip this card face down. Because this doesn't give us a horror; it just says to flip the horror we already have. Agatha has damage, no horror. So we continue. There are no monsters, so let's see. Well, there weren't any monsters. This is what I'm telling you. This game, if you don't hurry up, you just keep throwing stuff at you whether you want it or not. The sound of a woman's weeping drifts through the mansion halls, and the air grows icy cold. The ashes strewn about the office stir, and a ghostly figure rises from the shattered remains of the urn. Spawn a ghost as indicated. Then each investigator suffers two horror. Why? We're not even near that person. Ghost, I guess. Well, I guess seeing a ghost is kind of scary. All right, so let's find a ghost. So here's our ghost. It says right there, 2, 5, any special abilities. Facing. This monster can move through impassable borders and walls. Oh, moving through walls, that's fun. And then it's a 1 for the brawn. All right, we're doing Agatha, and she has 4, and she needs to get 2 successes, and she does. Okay. And then the priest has 6, but he doesn't even need to roll the extra 1. He got it. All right, let's go. Oh, more stuff. Why not? A robed figure appears from a side door and begins searching around. Upon seeing signs of other people, the figure yells, "There is someone here!" You hear a muffled response from another part of the estate. Get rid of them. Spawn a cultist as indicated. You've seen this guy before, so I'm just gonna place him there. I guess he came in through here. All right, let's keep going. The robed figure sneaks into the dining room and comes face to face with Eugene. The butler yells in fright and flees into the entryway. Move Eugene as indicated. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I would run too if I was Eugene. The ghost moves 1 space towards the nearest investigator, and then it attacks the investigator in its space with the lowest sanity. So the ghost is coming. There we go. And it's going to attack Agatha. Maybe let's have them have a face-to-face fight. Spirit approaches with its hands covering its face, giggling uncontrollably. Agility test of 2. Okay, let's check it. And we got it. This lady, she's so agile. She's more agile than me, probably. So if you pass, you close your eyes until it backs away, which it did. So we continue. Now the cultist moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator, then it attacks the investigator in its space with the lowest observation. 2 spaces is not going to get there. 1, 2, because it's attacking an investigator, not Eugene. Although it's running after Eugene, poor Eugene. So no investigator in this space. Each investigator must resolve a horror check against a monster within range with the highest horror rating. After all horror checks have been resolved, tap the end. So we know that. So let's resolve. And both of them are going to have to do that. The ghost is in Agatha's space, so let's resolve it first. Yes, we have to confirm. If you keep throwing monsters at me, there were no monsters when I started this. The spirit weeps into its hands, its tears falling through to the ground below. So alone, they left me all alone, it cries. Suffer 1 face down horror, then flip 1 horror face up. Wait a minute. Okay, well, I guess if we had more horror, we would randomly pick which one we are getting face up. But this is just the face down horror that we get is the only one she's gonna have, so we're gonna flip it face up. Okay, and this is the one we got. So let's flip it. What is it? Steely Resolve. You swallow your fear and take a deep breath. Well, I mean, she is a parapsychologist, so yes, of course she can do this. Resolve immediately. Become focused, then flip this card face down. Oh, actually, there's stuff that can actually help us in this game. Look at that. And there's our focused card. You may discard this card to convert all clues to successes when resolving a test. There we go. Okay, so we are focused, and this is now face down. So we got 1 and 1. So this card that we got, I think he's the one that got it. I know somebody, no, the sedatives, which allow us to discard 3 damage and 3 horror. We might need to use it at some point, but I think we're okay so far. We do have that spell that can heal our damage. So, and like this, just like now he's in the way, like because I wanted to come and get over to that door with the key, but now I have a monster to fight, and I don't know. I feel like if we fight the monsters, we're taking time, which we could be using towards advancing the investigation. But if we don't fight the monster, we have to evade them, which is also not fun. So we'll see. We'll see when her turn gets there. But this guy is only one space away, and there are no doors. So the Father Mateo is in range of this cultist. So we have to do a horror check for the cultist as well. So let's go. Click on the cultist. Yes. The cultist smiles at you almost pleasantly, teeth rotten and black. Suffer 1 face down horror, but will negates, and we know he's got really good will, so let's see if we can prevent that. All right, we got 6 chances of rolling a success. And we did it. So we continue. And we're done. So we go to the investigator phase. And Agatha, are you ready for a fight? Or do you want to evade the monster and run? The ghost only has 3 health, so we're gonna try. We're gonna try to kill him because I know if not, they're just gonna be following us. So let's attack him. We'll use at least one action to attack. And we are still unarmed. When wrestling fails, you try to remember everything you can think of about spirits. So we're going to do a test of lore. We need to get 2 successes, but we're also rolling 2 extra dice. Our lore is 5, so we're rolling 7. We should be able to get this. There it is. Okay. If you pass, you scratch a hasty circle. If you pass, you scratch a hasty circle around the creature to abjure it. The monster suffers 3 damage, which is enough to kill it. So yes, that's kind of what the plan was. And yes, I want to get rid of the monster. So, and then we close that up. So far, so good. Problem is, now I can only move 2 spaces, and I'm not going to make it to where I need to go. But I guess we will slowly go there. 1, 2, and that's the end of her turn. In the meantime, this guy should probably go help Eugene. I wish I had time to search and then go get the monster, but I don't. So I'm going to move and attack with my bladed weapon. You whip the blade around, tracing vicious patterns through the air. Agility 2. If you pass, oh, well, we haven't passed yet. Let's try it. And we did pass perfectly. If you pass, the patterns are drawn in the blood of your foe. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test results, which was 2, and the weapon is 1, so 3. So yes, we are good at slaying these monsters. They only stay here for a turn. But of course, more keep coming back. He actually walked away from where he needed to be because he wanted to search. So fun times at the mansion. A strange vaporous color fills the air. This mythos event affects each investigator in the whole end. Whole end. Where's that? There is. Oh, this is the whole end. So nobody. Okay. Well, that's not bad. No effect. And now you will pay the price for that power. The lights flicker and the air crackles with electricity. Suddenly, reality seems to split before you, and a terrifying creature slips through from an unknowable space beyond. On a deep one as indicated. Oh, come on, guys. Like, what in the world? Okay, a deep one then. We keep killing them and they keep coming back. All right. The deep one moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator, then it attacks the investigator in its space who has suffered the least damage. Okay, 2 shall do it. 1, 2, yes, okay. So it's going to attack. At least I'm kind of happy that it's attacking Father Mateo, because then this girl, although we might get another one, but if we don't, if this is all we get, then this girl can finally get over where she needs to be. I guess it's a big house. The deep one tackles you and begins to bellow as it viciously pummels you with heavy, wet fists. Suffer 2 damage. Strength +1 negates. And what a roll. Very nice. Okay, so we have negated that. Are there horror checks too? Yes, there are. Okay. So, actually, it was Father Mateo that he was attacking, so he should roll 1 more die. But it doesn't matter. We passed. Okay, so let's do horror check with Father Mateo. A thick, fishy aroma fills the air as the deep one exhales hideous fumes. Okay, Will 2. Okay, Will he's good with. He rolls what? 6? Let's go. And there's only 1 there. Well, he has 1 more. And there it is. Okay, so we passed. We almost had to spend a clue for that one, but we're good. Oh, I forgot to read what happened. Oh well. Okay. I'm too excited to keep going and finally get Agatha moving. Alright, so we're gonna start by attacking this monster, because if he doesn't finish him, if Mateo doesn't finish him, then maybe Agatha can come help. Hopefully he can do it. So let's go. It's a 5. Oof. With the bladed weapon. Alright, you spring forward with a flurry of quick thrusts, probing for an opening. Agility 2. We've got 2 and 1 that we can turn into success. Let's see what it says here. If you pass, your blade pierces the enemy's flesh. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test result. We know the weapon is 1, and then we got 2 successes. We can pay 1 clue to get him to 4. But do we want to? I know I have a lot of clues, but I also feel like I have to attack him again anyways, because I didn't kill him, and I only need to inflict 2 more damage. In the meantime, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's gonna be another turn, so I think might as well have Father Mateo finish him. So I'm not gonna spend the clue. I'm just gonna attack him again with a bladed weapon. Your foe catches your stab, and you struggle to push the blade the final few inches while the figure struggles to turn the blade on you. Strength 2. See, now I might need to spend the clues. But actually I don't. Look at that. Okay, so 3. If you pass, your foe's strength wavers and the sharp edge slices his flesh. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage, which is only 1. Oh no, we don't get to kill it. I should have spent that clue before. That is terrible. Okay, well, we did that. And then we continue and we close that up. That's what happens when you're cheap with your clues. All right, so Agatha's going to do what Agatha was meant to do. Let's see. It doesn't matter if we go that way or the other one. Actually, it matters. We have to go through the door. 1, 2, and 1, 2. And that's that. So we're going to get some horror checks, and we're going to get the monster attacking us, and it's all going to be fun. You're weary to the bone, and your strength is now ebbing. Each investigator flips 2 damage face up. The only one that has face down damage is Agatha, and she's got that minor injury, which we saw before. No additional effect, and flip it face down, so that's not bad. Then we continue. The deep one moves up to 2 spaces to be in space with as many investigators as possible. Then it attacks each investigator in its space. He doesn't have to move because he's already with 1 investigator, and there's no way for him to be in a space with both of us because we're in separate spaces. So he's just going to attack Father Mateo. The creature hunkers down and crooks, and a crushing wave of sweet seawater erupts from nowhere. Suffer 2 face down damage. Strength negates. Alright, we have a strength of 3. And we got 1. And if I want to, now I can spend a clue to turn that into a success. And I will, because I don't want to get hurt. So we continue. And of course, a horror check. Alright. So confirm. Gurgling to itself, the deep one slinks into the shadows and attempts to hide. Observation 2. Okay, we got 1 success, and we'll use another clue, I guess. So if I would have used that clue before, I would have ended up with more clues than me letting that guy live because I didn't want to use a clue. Lesson learned. If you pass, you keep track of the creature's movements, ever wary. All right, and that's that. So I think we are done. Yes. Okay. All right, so we got work to do. Father Mateo is going to finish up, hopefully finish that monster, and Agatha is going to be able to this turn move one and then open the door. So if I do get him to what do you call it? Get this monster, I need to head over there. By the way, I haven't used their abilities. No investigator within range becomes focused. Yes, okay. And then hers. After you resolve a horror check, gain one clue. You know how many clues she should have? A ton. And I've forgotten. And I do that all the time. Whenever I play this game, I always forget their abilities. I tend to remember these as I get them, but all right, well, I don't know how many, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Sorry, but be careful with that, guys, when you're playing. All right, so Mateo, let's attack. All right, bladed weapon, you only have to do one damage. You clasp your blade firmly and swing in a wide arc. Agility 2. My agility is 3, and yes, we pass. If you pass, you slice into your foe. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test result, so overkill, but okay. And yes, we want to confirm that. Cleared the room or the mansion of monsters. And now, do I want to talk to him? I think I'm just going up. 1, 2, right there. Right, and Agatha, even though I would love to search, since I only have 2 actions, it'll be 1 and explore, and I do have the key. Explore. You can explore only if you have the brass key unique item, which I do. Go, more stuff. As you open the door to the unfinished attic, we found the attic. The stairs and walls creak as if exhaling a breath of dusty air. Everything in the room has been pushed to the sides, and a massive circle of runes has been carved into the floor. Discard this explore token and place the attic tile and a wall as indicated. Okay, so I have the attic and the wall, so we can't, the door is locked or blocked, I guess. Okay, continue. On the far side of the attic, furniture and other random items have been pushed up against the wall. Among the items, you spot something useful. Place the axe common item as indicated. Oh, for sure useful. An axe? Give it to me. And there it is. It's a heavy weapon. 2 attack damage. You may suffer 2 face down horror to convert all clues to successes while attacking with this card, or I guess with this weapon. 2 rubbed figures stand across from each other over the ritual circle, chanting. The one nearest to you seems to be in some kind of trance and hardly acknowledges your approach. Spawn a cultist as indicated. Okay, so we have a cultist here with the axe. And then the other figure lowers the hood of his robe and points at you with an ornate dagger. What are you doing on my property? You're meddling in things you do not understand, and you will die for it. Spawn a priest of Dagon as indicated. This is William Vanderbilt. Well, there you are. We've been looking all over for you, sir. So here's Mr. Vanderbilt, looking quite, and he doesn't have any special abilities. He has a 4 and a 3 there. He's going to be up here. And just because, why not? William Vanderbilt begins chanting a heinous incantation that causes reality to warp and shift. A terrible fish-like creature slips through the fabric of reality and into our world. Spawn a deep one as indicated. I mean, he is kind of far away, so that's a good thing. Here he is. Anything else? Of course. Elsewhere in the mansion, a second horrifying fish thing reaches the barrier between worlds. Okay, we're getting another one. And because this is the second one, you'll notice it has a little symbol there. That's so that we can identify which one of them is attacking. When the app advises us to, it will have that symbol. So I have to go look for that. So there's a symbol and there's the creature. We just place it back here and then we can put it on the board. The pungent scent of rotting fish precedes the third amphibious monstrosity that slips into our world with a splash of salt water. Spawn a deep one as indicated. And this one's going to have the green symbol. He's right behind us. It's like, I see you guys. I see where you're going. All right, the ritual circle on the ground is scattered with candles, skulls, and other trinkets. If you could get these ritual components, you could stop the cultists' vile magics and have enough proof to condemn the Vanderbilt family. Place an interact token as indicated. Not only do we get monsters, but we also have to pick up stuff from the floor. That seems to be here. Can we move one space into the explored area? Well, I guess we should, So let's do it. I'm one step closer. Although I am out of actions, right? Because I moved and then I opened I explored. So they're all coming for me. Should I stay away then? I guess maybe I should stay away because I know they're coming. But this guy's got us. Or I should have healed. Should I stay or should I go? Well, I need to go clean that up. So you know what? Let's just do it. You must interrupt the ritual taking place before it is complete. Yeah, we kind of got a feeling that that was the plan. We're going to the mythos phase. The cheap item snaps as Father Mateo tries to lift it. Unfortunately, it is now completely useless. Father Mateo discards one random common item. Oh yeah, get rid of our stuff when we are facing 200 monsters. So common items all have the same back, which makes it easy to find, figure out which one. So as long as we don't lose a knife, although there is an axe, what do we lose? We lose the Holy Cross. Oh no, we were kind of using that. Okay. Continue. The cultist moves up to, and this is the red cultist, moves up to 2 spaces to be within range of as many investigators as possible. So the red cultist, I didn't mark the cultist. Should I? Oh no, that's the only cultist. Okay. So it can only be next to one investigator. So attack Agatha. The cultist mumbles a dark chant. You feel something writhing within your skin, opening all wounds. Suffer one face down damage. Strength -1 negates. Okay. Then flip one damage face up. So she's only rolling one, but she got it. Okay. Yeah, because it was one. And then flip flip one damage face up. But she still only has one damage, and we know that it has no other effect, so that's okay. All right, this guy. Vanderbilt moves up to 2 spaces to be within range of as many investigators as possible. And yeah, I guess they're all coming for Agatha. Poor Agatha. Monster attacks. He mumbles a dark chant. You feel something writhing within your skin. So for 2 face down damage, you can't even do anything about this. All right, 2 face down damage it is. Okay, so see, the sedatives are now looking very good. Continue. The deep one moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator, and this is the one that has no mark, which is up here. So he's not gonna get to us. He's over here chilling. No investigators. The deep one, this is the red one, moves 2 spaces. Okay, the red one is over here. I don't think he's gonna get us either. Nope. No investigator. And the other one is gonna get us. Moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. Then it attacks. Yeah, it's gonna attack right here, Father Mateo. The deep one wraps its arms around you and squeezes with bone-crushing force. Okay, we gotta pass a strength test of 2. And we do it with flying colors. We've been rolling really pretty well, I would say. For the most part, have been getting successes. All right, so we pass. If you pass, you manage to strike the creature in the throat before struggling free. The monster suffers 1 damage. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. We'll take that 1 damage. And now, of course, horror checks. Yes, and we are going to do horror checks. And this time, there are multiple monsters in range, so we have to do a horror check against the one with the highest horror. So let's take a look at them. So it's this 3, and the horror check is at the bottom. So he's a 1, that's a 3, and this one is a 4. So everyone is going to have to. I mean, I guess he's the scariest one since he doesn't look human, so it makes sense. All right, so let's do it. Continue, and we're all going to take one. Which one is he? He's the one with the green. So against that guy. And we'll do against Agatha first. The deep one scratches at itself idly, then tosses aside what seems to be slowed off skin. As it lands at your feet, you realize that the skin is human, the exact same shade as yours. Suffer 2 horror, and will -1 negates. So she has 4 will, so -1, only rolling 3. But we got it. Continue. And then I guess the same one is going for Mateo because it's the highest. A thick, fishy aroma fills the air as the deep one exhales hideous fumes. Okay, this should not be too hard. He does have 5 will. We've lost our Holy Cross. That lets us roll 1 extra one. We gotta get 2 successes. And we have 1 and 1 that we can turn a clue into a success. Let's do that. Okay, so going to use a clue. I guess I'm kind of glad now that I kept a bunch of clues. Of course, I would have more if I would have used it to kill that guy, but I didn't. All right, if you pass, the stench is horrid, but you keep your calm. Yes, we kept our calm, and that's that. So we're gonna end the Mythos phase, and now we're going to do the investigator phase. So I know I have to come over here somehow, but if I do, I have two things. I mean, I have two guys in the way, but I still think Agatha has to do that. I still think that Agatha has to um, just run for it. And I'm sure they'll come after me. And then Mateo has to help me with these monsters. I guess we'll put Mateo on killing duty and Agatha on let's get the scenario done duty. So she's going to do it. She's going to evade. So we look at the evade, and this guy is a 3 and this guy is a 1. So we're going to evade the big guy, the Vanderbilt. So we click on him, and then instead of attack, we go to evade. Resolve and evade check. Yes. Vanderbilt leaps into the air, attempting to tackle you. All right, agility 2. Okay, she has 3 agility. And yeah, that's 2. That's what we needed. If you pass, you step to the side. Okay, so we step to the side. All right, and so that means that we can keep moving. So our first action is going to be to move over here, and then for our second action, we're going to. Should I pick up the axe? No, let's finish the scenario. I can pick up the axe next turn. I can't, even if I pick up the axe now, which would be great, I can't use it. So maybe at least they'll give us more information, even though more monsters might come once we start messing with this circle of whatever it is that they're doing. But let's go for it. So we're going to go here for our second action. A ritual circle is carved into the ground and scattered with components. You attempt to retrieve the ritual components, but a malign energy protects them. You have to disrupt it. Let's do it. Using your gut and scraps of knowledge you have gathered, you attempt to remove the items without triggering the defensive magic. Okay, so we're going to test our lore. And then you may discard any number of evidence to convert an equal number of clues to successes. Good to know. Okay, well, we got 4 successes and we didn't get any of the clues, so we can't discard anything to make it into a success. So 4 it is. We're going to go for 4. Confirm. Carefully performing each step, you remove the components from the ritual circle. Almost immediately, some of the malign energy seems to fade from the air around you. You have put an end to the cult's vile scheme. Gain the ritual component's unique item, then discard this interact token. Alright, and there's the ritual components. It's just evidence, a collection of eerie objects to be used for some heinous ritual. The investigation is complete. If an investigator escapes the mansion with the ritual component's unique item, investigators win the game when the investigation is complete. Place an explore token as indicated. Okay, so you might need to move, sir, so I can put the token here. I'm guessing once we get there, we tell the app that, hey, we're here. And Father Mateo doesn't have to leave. He can stay and, make himself at home. Agatha's the one that has the unique item that we just got, the ritual component. So she's the one that's got to hustle over here. But of course, there's monsters everywhere. And that's all of her actions, so she can't even heal. She's at 3 damage and 1 horror. So she can take 2 more damage before, well, yeah. Let's see how it goes. All right, but Father Mateo hasn't done anything. Let's see if there's anything else that we need to know. No, there isn't. So Father Mateo can just go. So now I don't know. I mean, I want to help, but I have a monster in my space. So, and if I try to leave so I can at least get one of these guys, I have to evade him anyways. So might as well just fight the one that's in front of me, right? He seems to be a little tougher than the other guys. I don't know. I guess face your foes. I guess we can. I know they're gonna head somewhere. So if they head towards Mateo, I can just let Mateo kind of take a beating. He only has one horror to his name. That's it. But if they go for Agatha, we might have issues. But let's have Mateo attack this guy. Go here, and he is the one that is with a green. We're gonna attack him. He already has 1 damage with a bladed weapon. Your opponent rushes forward, and you lift your blade to receive the charge. Okay, well, our will is good. Let's see if you pass. And we passed. We had two successes and then a bunch of clue icons. If you pass, you hold steady and your foe runs into your weapon. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage, which is only one. Okay. We're not gonna kill it. Oops, I did too many. No, 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 no. Cancel. Yeah, that's why they have you confirm it. He's up two. Okay. And then we're gonna do it again because we didn't kill him. You swing your weapon in a wide arc, intending to strike at your opponent's unprotected side. Agility. 3. All right, we got 1. We needed 2, so we'll spend a clue. Or we don't have to spend a clue because once per round you may convert a clue to a success with our lucky cigarette case. That one right here, which we haven't been using. So yeah, let's do that. Let's convert that into a success. I'm making the game harder than it should be. If you pass, you catch your foe in the shoulder, badly injuring the arm on that side. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test results, which will be 3, so it's an overkill. We seem to overkill them. Yes, confirm. All right, and that's all our actions. So we're going to the Mythos phase. Skittering and creeping, 100,000 spiders emerge from their hiding places. Agatha Crane scrambles to avoid the worst of their bites. Okay, and we got 2, so we're good. If she passes, she receives only a trace of their strange venom, but the experience is traumatizing. Agatha Crane suffers one face-down horror and becomes dazed. Oh, come on. After we passed, and she was focused for no good reason. Well, I guess we can still use it at some point. So here's our face-down horror, which horror she's okay with. And she's also dazed. Means we can't turn clues into successes. And then over here, the cultist moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. Well, okay. Then it attacks the investigator in the space with the fewest clues. So they're both equally distant, but Agatha has less clues. So I don't know if I can choose. I think I can, but I want to be fair, so let's put him over here. So he attacks. The cultist holds a staff aloft, threatening you with it. Observation 2. Agatha has 4 observation. Well, she didn't get it, but we can use our, where is it? I know I saw it. Oh yeah, our focus. You can discard this card to convert all clues to successes while resolving a test. So we'll discard the focus and we will pass. Okay. If you pass, you notice the blade in the other hand and twist it into a counterattack. The monster suffers 1 damage. Look at her doing the thing. All right, so this guy. He moves 2 spaces to be in space with as many investigators as possible. Then it attacks each investigator. So now I guess, again, we're in the same predicament. Do we send them to our girl or do we send them to Father Mateo? Either way, he's going to be in the way. Either way, she's going to evade him. So I think we're going to send them over to our girl because then she'll evade and Father Mateo won't have to evade. Although if I send him over here, Father Mateo can deal with him next turn. But I think the further I put him, the better. So let's just do it like that. Vanderbilt charges forward, enveloped in a cloud of swirling shadow that burns your flesh. Suffer 2 face-down damage and 1 face-down horror. Oh my gosh. And strength negates, which she only has 2, so she's going to suffer something. All right, we got it. And I was sweating over here because if we would have gotten a clue icon, she's dazed, so she can't turn that into successes. But we got it the hard way. But we still have to suffer either a horror or a damage. So I think we're going to suffer a face-down horror because our sedatives can take care of all of that. Of course, that will take our whole turn. But I think it might be worth it. Or maybe we'll see. All right, so that was Vanderbilt. There's still a few more. Okay, the deep one moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. So that's the one that has, okay, he's far away still. 1, 2, so nothing. No investigators. The deep one moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. And he is going to get there with Father Mateo. The loathsome deep one rushes forward, struggling to clamber up your body. Strength 2. All right, we got a success And if we spend a clue, we can make the other one into a success. I guess we shall do that. I still have one clue left. That way we pass. And if you pass, you hurl the thing aside. And that's it. No damage to it. All right, continue. Oh, the horror checks. Sure. Okay. So let's see. He's going to have to do one with either one of these guys. Actually, 1, 2. It'll be the highest number again, which it is the deep one, right? I think he's a 4. Yeah. All right, so everybody against the deep ones. Let's do Mateo first, since we were thinking about him. A thick, fishy aroma fills the air as the deep one exhales hideous fumes. Okay? And there he goes. If you pass, the stench is horrid, but you keep your calm. All right, and then we'll do, it doesn't matter. They're the same. The deep one begins to mumble something in an alien tongue. The words begin as a trickle, but eventually build a torrent of incomprehensible shouts that bury themselves into your mind. Suffer 2 horror, lore negates. Well, we picked it the right way because she has 5 lore. And there's our successes. So we're done. Yes, investigator face. All right, so here's the thing. If I evade these guys and move, I'm going to be here with all the other nice friends. Although Mateo can try and kill them, I don't know if he can handle 2. But if I don't, because if I use my sedatives, it has to be at the beginning of the game. At the start of your turn, you may discard 3 damage and 3 horror. So I think I'm going to evade him and stand here and have Mateo deal. I don't know, because these guys are going to move too, and they're going to get to us. We should probably barricade. Where is that barricade? Not here. The barricade is far away. Why do we have barricades everywhere except for where we need them? Is there a barricade here? No. Oh, okay. All right. So do I heal and just take a beat down next turn? You know what? Let's have Mateo go first, and depending on how many he can get, then we'll make a decision for Agatha. How about that? So Mateo's going to attack, and let's see which one first. I think the green one's about dead. Actually, no, they're both at 0 damage. Why? What happened to the? Where's the other one? Did I kill it? Did I press the button by mistake? We have one without nothing. Oh, did I kill the green one? Maybe I killed the green one. I know he was about dead. Okay, I will pretend I killed the green one. Then we have to get the red one. So let's do it. Okay, well this seems a little bit more promising. So attack, but I could be cheating. With a bladed weapon, which is all we got. You clasp your blade firmly and swing in a wide arc. Agility. All right, we have 2 successes and we can turn 1 more into success. So we could have up to 3, but we passed. And if you passed, you slice into your foe. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage, which is 1, plus your test result, which is 2, which would kill it. So that's all we need. Okay, are you sure you want to discard this monster? Confirm. We go ahead and discard him before I forget. He has 1 more action, but with 1 more action, he can't really help. The only thing he could do is distract them. Might not be a bad idea. He can also go over there and be ready to pick up that axe. This guy, 1, 2, is going to come and try and get us, and he's going to be in the way too. So yeah, I think I'm going to be Mr. Distraction and try to pick up that weapon. Or maybe Agatha should pick it up. But Agatha has to heal. And Agatha has to run, more importantly. So we're done. Firm. When the scream begins, you believe it to be a human being crying out in fear. By the time the last echo dies, you can only conclude it is some sort of wild beast, far closer than you would like. Everybody suffers 1 face down horror, and there's no negating that. So, okay, and she's no longer dazed. Get rid of that. Maybe the other thing I can think of doing is give Mateo the evidence, and I have Mateo run. But they're in the same spot. But of course she's really hurt. The cultist moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator, then it attacks the investigator in a space who has suffered the most damage. So of course, that would be Agatha. She doesn't even have to move. So let's go. The cultist utters a low incantation. A strange, foul-smelling mist forms in the air. Okay. Agatha has 4 observation. Yeah, that's a good roll. If you pass, you recognize the danger and cover your mouth to avoid inhaling more of the noxious mist. Okay. And then he moves towards the nearest investigator. Then it attacks the investigator in his space with the highest agility, which is both. So we'll have him this time attack Mateo. I need to attack. Vanderbilt, they both have 3 agility. Vanderbilt reaches out, clammy hands find a way around your throat, test strength. I'm glad I picked Mateo because he has a little bit more strength. And he got it. Another perfect roll. If you pass, you manage to break the grip and kick your foe away. All right. And now this one moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. I don't think he can get us yet, but of course now he's in the way. Each investigator resolves a horror check. All right, so this time around, it's either Vanderbilt or the cultist. The cultist is just a 1, so we're going against Vanderbilt. Do Agatha first. Vanderbilt raises a hand, and one of your items transforms into a deadly eel. Okay, so let's do observation 2. And there it is. And I moved this around, and I lost what he said. So I guess we'll say nothing happened. So for Mateo, Vanderbilt snickers, and you realize that you have stepped within a glyph etched into the ground. It glows red as you study the symbol. So for 1 damage and 1 horror, lore negates. His lore is 4. Well, he got it. So, and the mythos phase, yes, we're done with that. Okay. So here we are, stuck in the attic. We gotta come all the way down here. Our lady is really, really hurt. Mateo might want to pick up that axe and attack. So I think we'll go with Mateo first, because then if I can kill Vanderbilt, it's easier to evade the other guy. Of course, she's gonna come. She will come 1, 2, 3, and 4. She'll have to evade this one too. But I think it's worth a try because we gotta move over here. So Mateo attacking Vanderbilt. Oh, first Mateo picking up the axe. Oh, but wait, if I pick up the axe, I have to evade, because if I do any action other than an attack action, but is it worth it? I think so. So let's try and evade, I guess, Vanderbilt. Yes, resolve and evade. He attempts to gouge you with a large meat hook. Agility. All right, there it is. And I did the same thing. I clicked on it by mistake and it went away. Some things they let you confirm, some they don't. So now I got an X. So now we're going to attack Vanderbilt and hopefully get rid of him so that our girl has an easier time moving out of there. Attack. And this time we have a heavy weapon. You drive your weapon into your opponent's chest and follow up with a series of swings to the head and shoulders. Strength plus 1, which is 4. We're going to suffer damage equal to your test results. Okay, we got 2 successes and 2 clues. Now we can use our lucky cigarette case to turn 1 into a success, so we will do that. So he's taking 3 damage. And then we have 1 more clue. Do we want to use it? Well, I didn't use it last time and I regretted it, so I'm going to use it. So we got the max we could get, which is 4. Again, that's not going to kill him. Okay. And that's all he can do because he used an action to pick that up. So let's close that. And then our girl, she is going to evade and run. She's going to run for it. She has to. She'll be almost where she needs to be. Of course, she's going to need to wait until next turn. But we'll see what happens. And she hasn't even been able to heal, which is a problem also. I could heal her now and just wait until next turn. I'm not going to get out this turn anyways. You know what? Maybe I should do that. So I'll get rid of 3 and 3, and we'll just leave 1 here, and we'll end our turn. Okay, and then we have to discard our sedatives. So there you go, but you were helpful. 1 more Mythos phase. We have a couple more, I guess. The corridor in front of you twists and stretches on forever. It is impossibly long. Yes, we know it is impossible. Each investigator in a hall or alley suffers 2 horror, but we're in the attic, so we're okay. The cultist move. Okay, here he comes. Another 2. Well, he is where he needs to be. And attacks the investigator in his space with the most items. Ooh, most items. Okay. Let's see. That's an item. So 2, 3. That's an item 4. That's a spell 5, 6. as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the same. So we'll just have him attack Mateo. How convenient. Although now Mateo is more hurt, but just in case. He doesn't need to get out, she does. All right, so the cultist swings a staff trying to dislodge one of your items. Agility 3. Agility, we only need one success. Okay, we got 3 successes. Okay. If you pass, you twist your body just in time. Suffer one. Also, we still suffer 1 face down damage. So he's got 1 face down damage coming right up. All right, Vanderbilt moves 2 spaces. He doesn't have to move. Then it attacks the investigator in its space with the lowest agility, which they're both the same. So I guess we'll go for Father Mateo again. It's funny, they were attacking everybody in the space. We've been lucky that now that we're together, they're only attacking one of us. So yes, the monster attacks. Vanderbilt tackles you and tries to pin you to the floor. Okay, let's see if we can succeed. And we do. Okay. And then this guy moves 2 spaces. But we moved away. So 1, 2. There he is. Still in the way, by the way. He does not attack us, though. All right, the horror thing. So whoever has the highest number, which is the deep one. So we're both going against the deep one. I just got here, but we are so scared to see him. The deep one's movements and mannerisms are subtly terribly human. Suffer 2 horror. Will +1 negates. Okay, but we got it, so she's okay. And I don't know if, since it's the same, we do the same. I don't want to cheat, but I kind of think now that I remember that we just do the same one. Of course, that's an advantage. Oh, she was supposed to roll 1 more die, but that's okay. She got it. He's rolling 6. Well, there's 3, so no more. Okay, and then we continue, and that's it. So, oh, come on. Here we go. Our turn. I still have to evade them again because I'm stuck with all of them. So I guess same plan. We'll try to get Vanderbilt out of the way. Now, if I get Vanderbilt out of the way, you're still going to have to evade 1 here and 1 there to be able to move. But I guess, I don't know. Because if I move here and try to kill him, what if I don't get him? I will waste my actions. But then she'll only have to evade once. So I guess we'll do that. We'll come over here and try to hit this guy with the axe. He's got a strength of 3, so we might be able to. We have a heavy weapon. You swing a powerful downward angle, attempting to crush your foe. Okay, so we need to get a strength of 2. All right, we got a strength of 2. That's not bad. And we have that, but we don't have any clue tokens. So the monster suffers... Okay, if you pass, the weight of the weapon drives into the figure with an audible crack. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage, which is 2, plus your test result, which is another 2. So at least we did it. Yeah, so let's get him out of the way so that Agatha has an easier time. He only has to evade once instead of twice. Okay, thank you for your service. Father Mateo is finished, though, because he used an action to move. And I don't know if I can move. I think I did it before where I moved. I broke down the movement. Again, it doesn't say, but let's, make it easier on ourselves. We're about done. All right, let's evade. And we have to evade Vanderbilt again because he's still alive and kicking. Evade, yes. Vanderbilt attempts to gouge it with a large meat hook. Again? All right, agility 2. All right, we barely, but we got it. Barely did it. If you pass, you manage to dodge the attack. Okay. So we can move. Okay, our plan is working. Fortunately, we won't get there. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Almost. I think we have to use an action for that. But let's double, triple, quadruple check. Is that an action? Because we are here. Yes, it is an action, escape. So we have to wait for next turn. All right, so we are done with our actions then. So let's go. Books, papers, and other small objects suddenly swirl through the air. This mythos phase affects each investigator in the library. Where is the library at? Okay, so the library is here, so there's no one there. So whatever happened over there, we didn't get to see. And here they come. 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. Okay, well, 2 spaces will do it. Here we go. The cultist gazes into your eyes and flourishes a knife. For a brief moment, you feel as if your souls are linked. Because I have a knife too. As the knife cuts into the cultist's flesh, you feel matching wounds tear open across your body. Wow. Suffer 3 face down damage, but We can roll our will -1 to negate. Okay, we got 2 successes, and I don't think we don't have any clues, and we've already used our cigarettes, so I think we are gonna take some. We are taking 1 face down damage, and then the monster suffers 1 damage for each damage suffered. So we almost died. Actually, we would have gotten 1 more. Wouldn't have been bad. He would be dead. Would have hurt us, but he would be dead too. Okay, 2nd damage. And then, of course, he moves up to 2 spaces, and he's going to attack Mateo. Vanderbilt charges forward, enveloped in a cloud of swirling shadow that burns your flesh. Suffer 2 face down damage and 1 face down horror. Oh my goodness. Strength negates. Alright, I got 2 successes. I still think I get something. Suffer 2 face down damage and 1 face down horror. Alright, I'll take the horror because I'm better at horror than I am at damage. And probably horror checks are coming up next. There it is. Okay, so I have to do a horror check. This is Mateo against Vanderbilt, which is okay. We can do this. Confirm. You notice Vanderbilt's flesh ripples and churns, caused by some worm-like creature flowing beneath the skin. Suffer 2 horror. Okay, will +1 negates. We have good will, so let's try. We're rolling 5 + 1, 6. Let's do it. Okay, there's 1. Can we get another one? We can't. Okay, we got 1 horror, and it's face up. So here it is. Let's see what happens. A word I can't pronounce. Nyctophobia. You are not afraid of the darkness exactly, but you are afraid of what the darkness might be concealing. Keep face up. Whenever you end your turn in a space with darkness, suffer 1 face down horror. Ooh, that's nasty. But there are no darkness spaces yet. Hope it stays that way. Okay, and that's that because let's see, actually, it doesn't go through doors, so she's safe. She doesn't have to do a horror check. Yes, we're gonna end the Mythos phase, and we're getting out of here, guys. We are getting out of here. She is the only one that has to leave. She's right there where she needs to be. Let's escape. Click on it. The mansion's front door is just in front of you. The investigation is complete if an investigator escapes the mansion with the ritual component's unique item. Investigators win the game when the investigation is complete. Yes, I have them, so escape. You throw open the door and flee into the night, carrying the proof of Vanderbilt's heinous crimes with you. The investigation is complete. Each investigator wins the game unless an effect such as an insane condition specifies otherwise. But we didn't go insane.
You burst through the front door of the mansion and run for your vehicle, desperately clutching the components from the ritual site. Incontrovertible evidence of the cult and proof of their connection to the disappearances. Your vehicle sputters and slides as you accelerate down the uneven drive. If you can make it to the police department alive, the cult will surely be destroyed. You smash through the gates at the end of the drive and careen out into the road, leaving the Vanderbilt estate far behind you.
I think you'll take us back to do that. You know, I love how she just left Mateo in there. She just went to the police and Mateo, sorry dude, you're on your own. I hope that you survive, but I'm out of here. And that's the game. That was Mansions of Madness. It took a while, but we did it. Well, guys, there you have it. That was a full run through of Mansions of Madness. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure you're following on social media and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and keep the comments coming. If you want me to play a game, either something you see behind me or just a game in general that you'd like to see, if I have it, I will play it. And if I don't have it, I will try to find it and play it for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me as always, and may you play more games.